Hello, good evening, and welcome to the latest episode of Bronco Nation Live. We're here live in Bend, Oregon, the site of our next Bronco base camp at Overland Expo Pacific Northwest. I'm Jordan, joined by my fellow Bronco Nation staff members, David Lehman and Matt Russell, who you guys saw on the last broadcast, and we're super excited to have you all joining us tonight. Disclaimer before we get into it, we are testing a new system. As you can see, we're not in a building. We're in the middle of nowhere, and we are testing the Starlink satellite, which you can see up there on the roof of the GPW Green Bronco that we just launched the other day. So if the connection's a little funky or it goes out, A, we apologize, but B, we're just testing this to see if it works. So far, the stream's been holding connection well, and we've been getting great reception. But if that does change or if you have any issues, just let us know in the chat, and we'll do as much as we can to fix it. But of course, there's some elements that are out of our control. We're also hoping this rain holds off, so if it rains and we run out of frame and take the equipment down, just roll with us and go with us. That's all part of being live, but we enjoy it. We're so thankful you guys joined us tonight. We have a lot to get to tonight. We're going to be talking about Bronco Base Camp. We're going to be talking about this new green Bronco behind us. We're going to be talking about Bronco Super Celebration Wisconsin, the F-150 Lightning video, and then, of course, doing a Q&A, which we always enjoy from audience questions. So, again, we're here in Bend, Oregon for Bronco Base Camp at Overland Expo Pacific Northwest. If you are not coming and you want to join us, you can head over to the link in our Instagram bio and register. That link is also available on our website in the forums and articles, so you can check there and register. If you're not looking to stay at base camp or attend Overland Expo, but you do want to attend one of the 4 trail drives we have scheduled over the weekend, you can do that as well. That information is also available on the website on thebronconation.com. You can go over there, find the information, find our offsite meeting location, and we'd love to have you. Really encourage you guys to come out. We have 2 great drives for you planned that I think David is going to get into in a little bit. But we have an action-packed weekend for you. It's a beautiful weekend here in Bend. The weather is fantastic, and if you've not been here, we really would encourage you guys to come out. With that being said, we're going to toss it over to Matt. Matt is one of the newer members of the Bronco Nation team, but he's been with us for almost 6 months, so it's great to have him. And Matt has been on a few Bronco trips recently, the most recent of which being yesterday when him and I drove from Utah out here and took a little bit longer than expected. But Matt's going to talk about what are some of the benefits of road tripping in the Bronco, what are some things you don't like, how's your experience been towing on 35s, on 37s, because I think you've driven both. So, Matt, how's it going, and what's it like in the Bronco?
Yeah, we're here. We came a long way yesterday. I think it took us a little bit longer to get to Oregon from Utah than we probably would have liked, but we got to stop and see some cool stuff along the way. But yeah, I've spent a lot of time in a Bronco over the past, I guess, year and a half, almost 2 years.
Yeah.
Cruising along to different places. Now we're in Oregon. We drove up here yesterday from Utah. David and I took a trip after our last Overland Expo from, I guess, Flagstaff up to Utah. Did some camping there along the way. And then we've just done some random long haul trips in Broncos. We drove to Area 51 last year.
Yeah,
that was longer than we expected it to be. So
it was.
we thought it'd be 2 hours. I think it was like 4 each way. It took a while,
but it was cool.
Yeah. So we've spent a lot of time behind the wheel of Broncos, out on trips, out on the road, and it's been cool because we've gotten to see kind of as we've gone along, we've added more and more stuff to our vehicles, and we can kind of see how that changes the dynamic of camping. Like drivability, gas mileage is a huge one. So I'll touch on some of the stuff that we've done to these and sort of my experience with them. But I'll talk about David, our trip up to Utah from Flagstaff after our last Overland Expo. We took two Broncos. We had a stock Wild Track, and then the red one behind me here, which is our Ambassador unit, our Badlands that we've done some stuff to.
Her internal name is Amber.
Her internal name is Amber. I was going to call her Amber, the Ambassador unit, but we've named each of our Broncos, but those can stay within our team.
And we were pulling the Escapade.
Yeah.
Our adventure trailer.
It's going a little bit windy out here now.
If things start flying, just laugh.
Yeah, if things fly, we have to cut it short. But pulling the Escapade, we've got a rooftop tent that we've added on there. That's from Rome. Yeah, Jordan's pointing at it there. All sorts of light bar accessories, light pods, lights in the front bumper. Those are from Heretic. And then the Rock Slide Engineering step rails, what do we call
Step
them?
sliders.
Step sliders. That's the name.
Slider steps.
Slider steps.
Step
yeah.
sliders.
And then wheels and tires, wheels from 1552, and then a lift on both of these from GRT. And it's some of that is for off-road functionality, right? Like obviously bigger tires, lifting it, that gives us more capability off-road, and that's been cool to have. But there's some of the stuff that it's more of the comfort of overlanding, going on a trip, like the rooftop tent.
How was the tent? Because like I was saying in the Escapade,
Yeah, which is a
which I
hotel
felt
room on
bad
wheels.
about, but Matt was like, I'll stay in the tent.
No.
I'll stay in the tent. That's fine. I was like, okay, I'll go stay in the flipping hotel room on wheels
Right.
that we were pulling behind the thing. But how was the Rambler from Rome Adventure Company?
It was surprisingly like it's really nice. I
Yeah.
think that's what I have to say. I've done a lot of camping in the past, and that's mostly just tent on the ground, traditional what you think of as camping. And it's just so much easier with a rooftop tent because especially this one, like gas struts,
The
you
ones that
unbuckle
pop
it.
straight up.
Yeah, it pops straight up, and you can see it there. It's so easy. It takes maybe a minute to set up, and like we left the bedding in there, so we can stow it away with a sleeping bag and a pillow, and it pops up, and you hop in there, and you're good to go.
And
mattress,
some of these products may be available from Bronco Nation very, very soon.
very soon.
Become a member so you can get a discount.
Yeah.
Wink, wink,
you want
nod,
this
nod.
tent. Trust me. So overall, though, it's a great experience. I chose to sleep in it again on our trip up here. I was like, this is awesome. And one thing I do love about it is there's sort of this 2-layered thing. So you've got just like a blackout curtain. So you zip it up and then it gets completely dark. And then you've got a normal screen so you can open that up and see out of it. But that's huge. I spent some time in Alaska last summer where it didn't get dark, and I had to have an eye mask because in my tent it just like the sun's beaming down at 11 at night. So having the ability to get completely dark in this rooftop tent, it's just my quality of sleep great.
Yeah. It's like I usually run a Gazelle, like a ground tent, like when I'm out, and like its light blocking is not good.
Right.
So you wake up with the sun,
And it gets hot too.
Yeah.
And I think what's been cool, thank you, Matt, for that. I think what's been nice is for us to be able to try out different accommodation options. So the tent, the trailer, regular tent, obviously they range widely in price points. And some of you, may need the full functionality of an Escapade. Some may of you be totally chill with just a ground tent like a Gazelle that can pack in one of the Rome cases we have on the green one. So there's a myriad of things. But overall, it's been really cool for us to test out all these products. And full disclaimer, we did pay for them. Escapade did not give us the Escapade. We paid for it.
Like we love
because we want to give you our honest. Yeah, we want to give you our honest feedback.
Right.
But it's not like we're saying, hey, thanks to Rome Adventure Company.
Yeah, everything you see on this green Bronco was funded by Bronco Nation.
Right.
So
one thing to note though, that as we were driving up here yesterday, when we're pulling trailers, like pulling the Escapade, or we've got the Rugged and Ready trailer full of all sorts of random gears, you get worse gas mileage, and with gas prices now, that's something to consider. And I don't want to say range anxiety, but like, hey, we need to stop at this gas station.
we had to be
we're
more
out,
strategic.
Yeah, we're out in the middle of nowhere, and our range has decreased significantly.
And when you're going up a mountain, like towing, like it would be
Yeah.
foot on the floor,
Really?
and you're not accelerating.
Right.
They're not towing machines. Like it can tow them, but your oil temperature is going to rise, your transmission temperature is going to rise. Not dangerously high, but it certainly has nowhere as near much power as an F-150 does, and that's to be expected. But we've had lots of questions. Hey, can I tow 5,000 pounds? I'm like, I'm not going to call you the brightest bulb in the chandelier. That's going to be up to you.
Right.
But the Escapade dries like 1,700 pounds. I don't know the exact weight on the Rugged and Ready, but I wouldn't throw much more behind a Bronco.
And a lot of towing is not about what you can pull, it's what you can stop.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So somebody asked, is this being streamed over Starlink? Yes, this is 100% being streamed over Starlink in the middle of nowhere, Oregon. So if things cut in and out,
Doesn't work.
I think
It's
so far, I think we're good. But we're just testing out this capability to hope that we can bring these streams from anywhere, because we got comments that the white boring backgrounds in our respective houses weren't exciting, and we agree. So with that being said, roadside camping, what have you liked most and disliked? We're going to do really quick Most like, least like. We'll go down the line.
About camping.
About camping like with these
Camping
setups.
with these
Yeah.
things. Honestly, I mean, with our personal setup, I think it's the rooftop tent.
Mm-hmm.
That's just it's a game changer going from traditional camping to that. I think that's been really cool. No, I dislike. I mean, not a whole
I can think
lot.
of a few things.
Yeah, I mean, I guess from a camping perspective, like
Just the experience as a whole. It doesn't have to be camping, specifically.
well, yeah, I guess the experience as a whole, Bronco. No, I mean, nothing really sticks out to me. I think storage, maybe if you've got multiple people, but again, there's plenty of space in there. So I don't know. Maybe if you throw out some ideas, then I'll be able to bounce off that.
My biggest like is the places you're able to go with this, with these.
100%.
I mean, the place we camped in Idaho was not like rugged or hard to get to, but it was just like having the access and the ability to go anywhere and just pull over and camp somewhere really epic with the setup is really nice. Biggest dislike, well, I shouldn't say big. There are a lot of nitpicky things. Cup holders will always be one. Gas mileage. I mean, I know. I won't reharp on it. Gas mileage in the red one, towing the Escapade, we averaged from Utah to here, we averaged 12 miles per gallon, and that was in eco mode and going 70, 75. And David and Matt know I drive like a wild man. Yeah. So I was driving conservatively in eco mode, and it was still 12. When I was not in eco mode, we were in the high 10s. And then flipped it over and got better. So it was rough. I mean, we were at like 200 to 220 miles of range on a tank. Yeah. So it sucked. I think
for all the guys with Super Duties are like,
yeah.
Well, that's
just
part
fine,
of
buddy.
Getting the roto packs for that thing. It's like, okay, we might need that.
Yeah.
I was getting, I think, mid 11s yesterday.
And just for everyone's awareness, the red one's on 35 KM3s, the green one's on 37 KO2s. So that's that. The other nitpick I don't like, on the green one, and I might be the red one too, the hitch receiver or the hitch for the Rugged and Ready, you cannot open the tailgate with the hitch on, which is really annoying. So just access, opening that swing gate can get irritating. And I do wish there was just more storage pockets in each vehicle for knickknacks, wallets, cups, just like little things that you would want to store that you don't necessarily think about that you would want easy access to, especially if you're in a rooftop tent. If you're in the Escapade, it's a bit easier because there's much more. But there's things where you're like, I don't want to just chuck this, randomly. I want to contain it somewhere. So I wish there were better storage solutions in the Bronco. David?
Yeah, I mean, last couple times I've been out, I've been in the Escapade, which is lap of luxury. I mean, there's no getting around it.
It's almost too quiet. It feels like you're in a noise-canceling headphone.
It's like buying another vehicle, but it is the best camping experience I've ever had. Like the fact that it's all already packed up, it's already contained. You just open up the back and there's a kitchen. It is. I would agree with Matt. Like if I was just running it myself, like a rooftop tent would probably be something I'd look into, or sleeping in the Bronco.
Yeah, a lot of people do that.
Yeah,
we have yet to
Chase
do that,
Gendry's been running that for a while with the Deep Sleep Overland.
Not catching me doing that.
And I don't think it's the worst idea. A lot of it depends on where you're going, but like there is nothing. I've never camped as well as I have in the Escapade, and like most of my camping growing up was like either Coleman camping with like the old Coleman tents and all of that sort of stuff, or in the Army, which is a different experience in of itself, and it's terrible. But yeah, Escapade would be my pick.
Okay, next. So that all being said, we're going to wrap up the camping segment. If you have any camping questions, leave them in the super chat on the right. We see a lot of questions. We're going to get over to those in a bit. Quick shout out. We have 2 events running simultaneously this weekend. Overland Expo here in Bend, and then Bronco Super Celebration in Wisconsin, in the Wisconsin Dells. We have a team there as well. So if you're out that direction, go head up there, say hi to the Bronco Nation team. It's definitely geared more towards Broncos, but there's a lot more of a vintage Bronco crowd there. I know there is going to be a lot more new Broncos there, but that is like strictly Bronco. This Overland Expo, it's kind of everything camping, overlanding related. So there's going to be everything from Toyota to the new Hummer EV to Rivian to Bronco, everything in between. So there's a lot to see at both places. We are doing a pancake breakfast at the at Super Celebration Wisconsin on Saturday morning. Saturday morning, I believe. On site, the Bronco Nation team's doing a pancake breakfast, so make sure to stop by for that as well. And if you're attending base camp, we're going to be doing breakfast every morning as well as part of the experience. So big lovers of food over here at Bronco Nation. Transitioning to the next thing, David, quick base camp updates for here. What can people expect? When can they check in? What are the spark notes on our trail drives? And why should people come out?
Yeah, so check-in for Bronco Base Camp in Pacific Northwest, Overland Expo Pacific Northwest, starts Thursday at, I believe, 11 p.m. It's on the Overland Expo site, so all of the FAQs for what it's like to stay and any questions that you have for staying at the expo is on that site, and we have links to it on the Bronco Nation as well. For excursions, we have two, like we talked about last time. We have the off-roading excursion, which is going to be going out to Klein Butte's OHV area, which is a great area, has a number, tons of trails all over it, but also some really great play areas where you can do some technical rock crawling and that sort of thing, if that's what you'd like to get into. And then the other excursion is our Sisters High Country Tour. So going up to the top of Mackenzie Pass to D Wright Observatory, and then down and doing a little bit of off-roading, pretty tame, but gorgeous area up around Round Lake, in the Deschutes National Forest, and then to Camp Sherman, and then up to the Wizard Falls.
And the
fish hatchery.
Yes, fish hatchery with rainbow.
I don't even remember.
Trout.
Yeah,
This is our
trout.
live stream talking
I thought
about
I remembered
fish
seeing
hatcheries.
that.
We just got to
like the
remind
fish
the
hatchery
people,
had
hey, we got to keep them
apparently,
interested.
I was talking to a guy this past week, one of my friends from Oregon, and he was talking about how that that area around Sisters in the Deschutes National Forest is like bucket list sort of fishing.
It's sick.
Like it is one of the places where people who are really into fly fishing absolutely, dream of going if they're not from this area.
So fly fishers, come on
very
out.
Cool.
Yes. So it's going to be an action-packed weekend. We're super excited. Our first event up here in the Pacific Northwest. We've been seeing some Broncos around, and so we're really excited to have, as many of you that can come out, and because we love hanging out with you guys. We've been setting up base camp today. Going to be super cool.
So we're all dirty.
Yeah, if we don't look our hottest, it's because we've been setting up base camp. Yeah.
The day.
We do it all for you guys. That being said, we do want to give a massive shout out to our members. If you're a Bronco Nation member, thank you so much. We're coming up on our 2-year anniversary here in just a few days since Bronco Nation started. It has been a wild 2 years, to say the least. We've had highs, we've had lows, but for those of you who have stuck with us throughout it, we can't thank you enough. We work each and every day. This team brings a ton of passion, I can say that, to make sure that we're providing as best of content, service, events, across the entire Bronco Nation ecosystem, to you guys. So if you're not a Bronco Nation member, would highly encourage you to head over to thebronconation.com/join us and join the Bronco Nation today. We've already launched with a few partners, and we have a stacked lineup of partners being released very soon. In the next, the next release is coming this next week, and then the rest are going to be coming out over the next month or two, and a lot of the hints of the partners are sitting right behind me. So I'll let you guys guess who is going to be available.
And what are the ones we've launched already?
We have launched Rockslide Engineering. You can get 10% off Rockslide Engineering Bronco parts, which is their bash plate, their underbody armor, their step sliders, tailgate table. All the information is over on thebronconation.com. Your discount codes are in your emails. We send out reminders every month. So that's one. 4L Parts is another one. Also 10% off all 4L Parts factory Bronco parts. And then GRT Offroad, who did the preload collar lift on both of these Broncos, and who we just did the lightning lift video with. You can watch after this live stream over on our channel. You also get 10% off there. And then, our next 4 partners are sitting on these Broncos behind us. So I'm sure you guys can guess what those are. But we're super excited and grateful to be launching with them.
I'm diverging from the show notes a little bit, but how do you go after partners as far as when we're sorting through the myriad options at something like Overland Expo or elsewhere? How do we find great folks for
it's a lot about who's doing really cool quality stuff in this space. So not only people who are being innovative, but who are really putting the time, attention to detail into the quality of the product.
Yeah.
A lot of them we go and visit the factory. Rockset Engineering, we went and visited the factory and watched how they were made. For all parts, we've been working with them for a couple years now since they launched that one, and they're just a fantastic partner in this community for us. GRT Offroad, same thing. High quality, lots of passion, lots of dedication to this space. And the partners who we're going to be launching with next, same thing. We know them personally. We trust them. You know, they become part of the Bronco Nation family, and we can confidently recommend them, you know, to you all at home. So we want to make sure that we're putting our name on something that, you know, we ourselves have purchased, and that's why we did purchase all these parts, is because we want to, you know, we don't want to recommend it and provide a discount if it's not worthwhile to you guys. So of course we'll be expanding to more and more parts and partners as the time goes on, and they may not all be stuff that we run, but things that we've seen in the community you guys talk about a lot, like, hey, we keep saying this name over and over again. It'd be great if we could provide those products to our members at a better price. So we're starting with people we really, really love and have experience with, and we'll be launching into a wider range of parts and brands as time goes on, and more people, most importantly, as I see a lot of you are bringing up, get their Broncos.
Yeah, and I think that's a good point, though. Like, for those of you that are members, let us know what you want to see.
Yep.
Like, we're glad to do what we can to provide for you, whether that's a discount on products or something else.
Yeah.
So keep the ideas coming, because we're listening.
Last thing, and then we're going to jump right into the Q&A. The reveal of the GPW Green Bronco behind me, you guys probably saw on social media the last couple of days, and the website. Just want to give a high-level overview of it because there's a lot going on. So it started off as a four-door wild track in Oxford white with the 2.7 hard top and mid. Yeah,
a wild
and then,
track
yeah.
with a 2.7, really?
And then the mid package. Thank you guys. So first and foremost, obviously the color has changed. This is a GPW green, or military matte green wrap, done by Salty Motor Works in Salt Lake City, Utah. Sitting on analog HD 1552 wheels that we custom color matched. We put a poll on our Instagram yesterday and had a ton of great feedback. But if you guys are serious about wanting us to produce these wheels in this color, let us know. You're going to have to buy them, obviously, and it will be a limited edition run. But if there are enough of you who want to purchase these wheels in this color, we will make it happen.
It's not going to be in your member gift for this year.
No, it will not be your member gift. But we have been talking and working with 1552. Incredible people. We're huge fans of their wheels, obviously. So if you want it, let us know. We can make these happen. Wrapping around those are 37-inch KO2s from BF Goodrich Tires. Then we have Heretic lights, 40-inch light bar, light pods, and we have the fog lights coming in a bit. Those are not installed yet. On the roof rack, we have the Trail Racks Tremor Rack, which we have been loving so far. It's a fantastic rack. It looks really sick. It's got these side pack mounts on the side that we're going to be adding roto packs to tomorrow. And then on top of that, we have Rome rugged cases in the 83-liter size in slate, in the color slate, that we also love. And then sitting on top of all of that is our Starlink satellite dish. We will probably not have a member discount code for Starlink. Yeah, not permanently mounted, but it's been great. So that's kind of a quick high level on what we got going on here. We also did custom gloss black hinges on the back. And we have a few small minor detail touches we're going to be adding in the coming weeks. Some things just take longer to get than others, but we're also very stoked.
For all y'all out here, Jordan's put a lot of work into these builds, obviously. Like several of us have had some input on them, but Jordan's been the main shaker, so good job, Jordan.
Thank you. It's been
some really cool builds.
Been a passion project. And again, as a reminder, we do pay for all these parts. These are not gifted to us. Partners, you know, we've been offered stuff, and consistently we're like, we'd like to pay because A, we don't love handouts, and B, we want to recommend them to you guys honestly, and if we don't like them, we're going to let you know, and we can honestly say for the time we've had this, we love every single part on it.
Yeah.
So
I think
but wait like a few weeks if you want to buy them. Hint.
One thing to add too is that, like, we've put 37s on this thing and we've lifted it. I mean, it's huge. It's really high off the ground.
Massive.
It's very comfortable to drive.
Yes.
And I was surprised on the way up here. And it's probably because it's Sasquatch to start off with, so there's sort of that as a base. But being lifted, being on 37s, it definitely hurts the gas mileage, and felt that, especially towing. But driving, like, I was very impressed.
It's shockingly good.
It feels pretty similar to stock.
And it has
I'm a fairly conservative driver, and I was having trouble keeping.
Well,
on the way.
that also may have to do with
On the way to
that
this
also may
location
have
in
to
the
do
middle
with
of
the
nowhere.
driver. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it has the GRT off-road preload colorless. The benefit of that is it's not changing the geometry of your suspension. It's not changing the tie rod angles, any of that stuff. So you're maintaining that the factory geometry.
Yeah.
So you're not adding any added stress to those components.
Yeah.
So it's adding preload, so the ride is a little bit stiffer.
Yeah.
But with something this tall, it really reduces the body roll. And it's not like a rough ride. It was
Right.
very comfortable.
And I feel like you can feel it more, I think, on the red one because it's probably non-Sasquatch
Mhm.
to start off with. But going into the green one here, it's smooth.
Yeah, because
Mhm.
like an actual Sasquatch suspension has like larger coils and some
Yeah.
stuff like that a non-Badland Sasquatch doesn't have.
These
So
both have Haas 2.0.
that was the one thing I was really interested in was like how it would
Yeah.
do go into 37s.
Yeah.
We have a full
Sounds good
breakdown
as
of the Haas 1.0 through 4.0 article on our website. So if you want to see the differences, these both obviously have Haas 2.0. But if you want to see 1 through 4, you can go check that article out. Now we are going to move into could be favorite. Oh, one more thing. If you guys have not watched the Lightning video that we published this morning, it's different. Obviously not Bronco, but we lifted it. Did actually a full suspension swap. Well, the front, you can't swap the back yet. But put Fox shocks on it, 35s, Go Fast Camper, and we built that with Garrett
On
from
the
Dirt
Lightning?
Tires and Donuts Garage.
You're talking about? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Phased out.
No, sorry.
Fox shocks on a Lightning.
like on-
Yes, so go check that out after the stream. Full video, really cool. And we, let us know if you guys like non-Bronco content. Still off-road, focused and forward, but hey, not Bronco. So now go
I
ahead.
think we need Fox shocks on a Bronco.
we're working on it. We have a lot coming, guys.
Working on it's called a Raptor.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's true.
Speaking of Raptor production, a lot of you
What a
guys.
segue, Dave.
I know. A lot of you guys have been
There you
asking
go.
about production updates. And one Ragnar Kahn said, FYI, for those asking about production updates, these folks aren't Ford employees, so they likely don't have any production updates. Ding, ding, ding. You're the winner. That is true. M. Peugeot said, allegedly not Ford employees. We're not. My paycheck certainly don't come from Ford. I don't know if your paycheck comes from Ford.
Sure.
Your paycheck come from Ford?
It does not.
Yeah, so I think we've beat this horse. The horse has been beaten to a pulp now. But if we had production updates, we'd share them with you. We're not trying to gatekeep information. Our lives only get easier if you guys get your Broncos because we don't have to hear about this anymore. But no, we're not Ford employees. So that one ain't gonna lay to rest, but we'll try and lay it to rest. Okay? So questions. Who is your favorite Bronco Nation member and why is it number 5082? That's just,
There's
just a great number.
The answer.
Yeah.
5082.
Yeah. Any updates on the model year 22 Raptor production deliveries? No. I know, excuse the wind, hopefully it's
like
not
it's
too bad,
about
but
to
if it's,
storm out here.
just let us know. I have not gotten a build date yet. I heard through the grapevine there were some production delays, which would be a surprise to absolutely no one. I don't know if customer deliveries have started. I have not heard of one. If any of you know of anyone, a customer who's taken delivery of one, not just an employee posting it on their Facebook group, let us know. But I have not heard of any customer delivery starting.
There were a bunch out at
so-
the cruises.
I know they have
in the Detroit area.
units going
Yeah,
around.
but they all had in plates.
Yeah, I haven't.
Yeah.
They were
I
all
haven't heard ever seen
Ford ones.
Yes.
Still cool to see.
Keith says, okay, great to see the Broncos. Hope you're going to talk about the backorder situation. It sucks, obviously.
Yeah, it's
for
still a long
Broncos
time
or
to get a
for
Bronco.
accessories.
Broncos or
or
both.
everything that's out
Yeah.
there, probably. Yeah.
Trust us, we get no joy in having your guys' Broncos delayed.
Right.
We want to see all of you out here with Broncos. We wish we could do something about it. We can't. So we'll say it time and time again. We sympathize with you. We, hope you get them very, very soon. If we have any meaningful updates, we'll certainly pass them along.
And it is something we
but-
ask about quite a bit. Like when we do have
constantly.
when we do have chances to ask Ford about it, when we're at events and they're there and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
We do ask about it and forward what information we can on to
Mhm.
everybody. It still isn't a great situation. Still starting to see a lot of them around. I mean, it's
Mhm.
very regular I'm in the Detroit area, so that's
But in Utah, I
That's where
see
it is.
multiple every single day.
Yeah.
So
I counted
two doors, too.
23 the other
Yeah.
day.
in and around the township I live in, they're like 2 doors.
So
everywhere.
slowly, production's getting a little bit better.
Yeah.
Things are starting to ease up. Other manufacturers that have been dealing with issues are starting to improve a little bit. So fingers crossed. Again, this is being. Somebody asked if this is being streamed over Starlink. Yes, this whole stream is being brought to you. Well, not brought to you. They're not paying us.
It is
No.
not brought to you.
It is being streamed, powered by Starlink, which is that
Starlink.
little dish on top of the Green Bronco right there, because we're in the middle of nowhere. So we're just
Which is
testing this out.
incredible. Like,
It's
I
wicked cool.
don't want to spend too much time on it, but like we've been looking for a good off the grid, internet solution for a while, and it's early days yet, but holy flip,
What?
we're
I think
streaming in the middle of nowhere.
Mhm.
It is really cool that like we were both working yesterday morning, and I was like,
Yeah, and we're sitting there on a video call, and I'm like, it's really clear.
Yeah.
That is better internet than at our office.
we're
Uh-huh.
taking remote
Middle of
work
Idaho.
and
Yeah.
giving remote work a literal meaning there. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean it's cool because it really opens you up. Like if we've got all the other stuff, all the camping gear, the Escapade, we might as well have.
Like if
Good
it wasn't
internet,
for
right?
gas prices and like how hard it is to get
Yeah.
and how expensive it is to get a truck nowadays, I feel like you'd see a lot of people going
Yeah.
for the
Yeah.
work on the road.
And the markups are ridiculous. Like I saw somebody on a Facebook group yesterday.
So-
Carvana paid him $13K over MSRP for a used non-Sasquatch Outer Banks.
Will that ever end? Like,
I pray to God it does. It's gonna end one day soon.
gotta.
Trust me. Yeah. Oh, it'll end whether we like it or not. M. Pujo asks, is it true that 25,538 2.7 liter Broncos may be impacted by the bad valve issue, according to NHTSA? If NHTSA's reporting it, it's probably true. There is certainly a chance.
They don't
cannot
generally
provide
just
more
say whatever they
Yeah, that's not necessarily a rumor mill. We have 2.7s in both of these. We personally have not had any issues. The red one is a very early build, and we have fingers crossed had
got a
not
lot
any
of
in-
How many miles do we
over
have?
26,000 on the red one now. No issues. Green one, I think we just crossed 5.
Yeah, it's right at 5.
No issues. But that obviously doesn't mean
Yeah, it doesn't mean
clearly people are having issues.
yeah, they're not making it up.
Next, how's the wind noise on the tent, Matt? Driving
Tent?
Rome rooftop tent.
He doesn't ride in the tent while we
Yeah. Oh well.
This is the
every time
configuration
they
we
won't-
drive it
they
in.
won't
Yeah.
we get up
me,
to 80 and
10
Matt
miles
starts
to a
banging on the
gallon,
floor. Like, what's
They
going
won't
on?
let me
That's
ride
not
in
what the
the
question
vehicle.
was.
Yeah.
It is. I've driven that one with the tent,
Same.
and it's
Yeah, it's
you hear it. Also, that Badlands doesn't have the sound deadening headliner, whereas this Wild
And it's on
Track does.
KM3s.
And I'm convinced it makes a difference.
it makes a big difference because
It does.
being in this thing, like we've got a light bar on top, we've got the boxes on top,
Yeah.
and I was surprised at how quiet it was. I mean,
Mhm.
it's not.
You know
silent.
something's there.
It's
Yeah,
not
you're
stopped.
driving a removable top off-roader. Like,
Right,
It's gonna
yeah.
be loud, but
but it's definitely step up with the sound deadening headliner, and it's
Yeah.
not too bad. It doesn't whistle. It's not annoying.
That's the biggest thing.
Yeah,
It's
that is the biggest
you
thing.
turn the music up enough, and the whistling, which we had on the previous
Right.
light bars
No
we
whistle.
ran from another manufacturer.
yeah.
Oh,
The saving grace in that regard for the Badlands is it does have the B&O sound system
Yes,
in
that's
it.
true.
And like you turn
Yeah.
that thing up.
Which-
I had
this
that
one
thing maxed
doesn't.
to
Sounds-
max
sounds
volume
great.
yesterday. and
yeah,
it's-
you do notice a difference in the sound quality between the two. I will say that Rome tent, the front of it is a bug frickin' magnet.
yeah.
You have
that's-
got to scrub that thing.
That's the thing is
the
you add all
Badlands
this
grill
stuff.
in general is
All of it. I mean, these things are caked.
The windshield, we had to stop
In
and
bugs.
squeeze it multiple times
Uh-huh.
'cause it
need
just
to do it again. Yeah.
drive, especially in the summer. You've got so many bugs out. Not fun.
Yes. Okay. Next question. What was the now green Bronco originally? What color? What color was it, Matt?
Take a guess. It was white.
Oxford white.
Oxford white, which you could still see. I mean, you take the
Not
top
not on the
windows off.
outside. If you
Not on the outside.
yeah.
You can't look at it.
No,
right
Salty
now.
Motorworks did a
Um,
phenomenal
they did a
job
great
wrapping it.
job.
It's a good
Right.
wrap.
Yeah, it's white on the door sills. Obviously, it's been wrapped, not painted. The roof bars
Mhm.
are still white. So if you take the roof off,
It's kind
you
of
can
a
see it,
vibe.
but yeah, it kind of works. So we've got white and then the green and the tan interior. I don't know what's the name of the.
It is
if you remember.
Sandstone.
sandstone. I
Sounds
think it's a
right.
sandstone. It's
But
the
it has the cloth seats from the Wild
the
Track.
camo.
Right.
Yeah.
The camo kind of goes
I-
with the vibe.
Not a fan of the camo, but it works with the military vibe, so we'll let it slide.
Yeah.
We were in the Park City
Yeah, it
Parade
does.
for 4th of July, which is super cool for those of you who those of you who we saw, great to see you. And we had the front 2 roof panels off because with this Trail Racks rack, you can take the front 2 and the middle section off without removing the rack, which is a sick feature.
We had the middle off too.
Yeah, so that, and you can see the white roof rails, and it looked really cool. Yeah. So, great job, Trail Racks. Again, if you want to buy one, wait. Herrera Leather Goods said, appreciate all you guys do for the Bronco community. Thank you so much. Thanks for being a part of it. We love you guys. Ragnar said, are we talking about Escapade, the first Escapade or the new one? Original Topo or Topo 2?
The new one.
This is the Topo 2, and it was
named Charlie.
Yeah, it was the first retail unit of the Topo 2 from Escapade.
Yep.
And
it will be here.
Yeah, it'll be here at
it is here.
Overland Expo Pacific Northwest, sitting over at we're getting ready to put it on the field. I might stay a night or 2 in it while we're here.
I need to sleep in it. I haven't experienced it yet,
like I said,
if you guys want to pull up a prank, you can hitch it up in the middle of the night and relocate David.
What's the road noise in an Escapade?
What's going on? Yeah.
Yeah, but it's great. It's the Topo 2, and they really hit it out of the park. Great company out of Colville, Utah.
Fantastic people.
Completely built there, I believe.
Yep. Robert said, clean your bash plates, Gen 6 owners. Who wants to take that one?
I haven't cleaned the bash plates.
Okay, well, I sure did.
You have.
So I will comment on it.
I feel like it's one of those things where you sit there and look at your bash plate and you're like, should I clean it? Should I, put it,
because look,
blacken it again
clean.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
But you don't want to be one of those Bronco owners necessarily. That's like,
well, this is not what we're getting at.
Are we talking
what we're
about
getting at is under. You can unbolt the bash plates and take them off.
Yeah.
If you are in the northeast or in a muddy area, those under those bash plates cakes mud. It is so bad.
Some extra weight.
Yes. When we lifted this, you have to take the bash plates off to access, to get to what you need to take the suspension out and put that the puck lift or the collar lift on. Sorry. When we took that out, there was probably a solid 4 inches of just solid dried mud under that bash plate.
Was it on anything else?
Yes. The intercooler, which is right in, not to shy away from here, right in the middle of the HD bumper is the intercooler, which cools the turbos and the engine. That also cakes mud in the back of it, which cuts off your airflow, which is going to make your turbos perform not as well. Is going to reduce power. Yes.
Cleaning before and after.
Yes.
Notice the difference?
Yes, because I drove it up. Well, I've been driving it for a few weeks before we lifted it. We saw it. I mean, I have pictures. I can't really show them here, but I can post them in the forums. That just show it covered in mud on the backside. So we sprayed water through it, rinsed it all out, and instantly, once we were done, you could feel it had more power because there was just a lot more airflow getting through it. So clean those bash plates, unbolt them, rinse them out if you live in the Northeast. I'm serious. Same with the intercooler. Rinse that out because so much crap gets caked in there, and it's going to lead to rust or problems or something like that.
I know that there are mud people out there who love mudding.
We love you. I love mud.
Yeah, like I'm from the Southeast. But, that was a thing, but now that I've actually had to take care of a flipping off-roader that's been mudding, like it's the worst.
Well, we took the red one
kind of off-roading
last summer. Yeah, in Georgia. And spent so long cleaning that thing out afterwards.
I forgot about that incident.
There's probably still
when you
may have gotten stuck. There's probably still mud that's in there.
Stuck.
It was like that red Georgia clay too.
Oh, it was violent. It was violent.
But that's what we do in the
But it was fun. We tested it. John Burnett asked, are you guys going to be at Overland Expo East in October?
We will.
That being said, what other events are we going to be at this year? Either of you can take that question. Besides Pacific Northwest and Bronco Supercell Wisconsin, where is Bronco Nation? Where are we going to pop up?
We've got a big collection of events coming end of August and into September. So the next one after Pacific Northwest and Wisconsin will be Woodward. So up in Detroit area, Woodward Dream Cruise.
Lots of stuff coming for you guys.
And we'll have a base camp up there.
Yep.
So you can come down a couple days early and you can, we're going to have a campsite where you can come and stay. And then we'll have a day of off-roading at Hollyoaks Off-Road Park. And then we have the Woodward Dream Cruise, which is world-class automotive event. It's a bucket list thing. If you're a car person, it's incredible. It's the world's biggest rolling car show. It's a really special experience. And then the week after that, Overland Expo Mountain West in Loveland, Colorado, will be there. And then like a week and a half after that is Bronco Super Celebration West in Buena Vista, or Buena Vista,
Buena?
what the locals call it. Yeah.
Never do that.
Buena Vista, Colorado, which is a lot of our favorite event of the calendar. Gorgeous spot in the mountains of Colorado. Really great event. We'll be doing a base camp there as well. And then from there, the next one I believe is Overland Expo East in Arrington, Virginia.
Yep.
So back east, very green.
Again, somebody said, guys, we don't have any production dates up for you. Said, I guess it would be too much for them to pick up the phone. We don't have we can't just call the factory and be like, hey, y'all, where's the Broncos? If we have any relevant information, we will pass it on to you. And Ford's supposed to provide updates to the dealers, and your dealer is supposed to let you know, not us. So,
yep.
How about making the Haas packages an orderable option? We can certainly ask that.
Like Haas 3.0 on other trims than Wild Track. Yeah.
Someone says, okay, so you have a tighter relationship with Ford than we do. Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
but that doesn't mean we're privy to...
There have been forum posts. We've talked about it a lot. Like, it's been out there quite a bit. It's, the information's out there if you want to look for it.
Yep. What is public is the most up-to-date information we have.
Yep.
So, any ideas as to what colors are going away in 23? Rumors. I have not heard of any colors going away.
No.
They're adding one.
Which is a cool one.
It looks like Wind Blue, Gen 1 color.
Yeah.
It's on the website.
Saw one of our posts. It came out in the article first, right? And then we put it on the socials and all that stuff too.
On Facebook. There
is a partly camouflaged Bronco that was strategically placed somewhere, and we got a picture, and it's a very light blue.
There's there's so many blues, and there's been like so many blues.
I feel like it's the
Give
easiest
us this
place.
color.
Yeah, like if you're like, okay, we don't want to do silver, black, or white. Like, what's the first primary color that you go to?
Blue and red.
Yeah.
Blue, red, and yellow.
And I guess now we have a green, which is. I mean, let us know what.
It'd be
colors you
cool
would
to
like to
have. Well, I've said this, but like a Nardo, like Toyota does such great colors.
Toyota does
We
a
were
great
talking
job.
about this because Overland Expo is a big Toyota event.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to see some of those colors.
Yep.
They said they can ask the Bronco brand manager. The Bronco brand manager has changed. So there's a new Bronco brand manager. So we're still navigating those waters. So again, we'll try and get updates. Yeah, great person. We just, they're getting antiquated to the new job. We're getting, all that stuff. So nothing bad. It's just transition, new things, communication.
Any
all that
large
stuff.
company, people move from job to job. And all
Ford's pretty big, guys. Let's see. Any updates on the built-in off-road maps on what would that be? Ford Pass Performance.
Pay
Nope.
attention. Stay.
It's supposed to have been coming for many a time now, and it's still not here. So let's see next. It says no data. Can you guys hear us, Bueller? Can you still see us? Check. Are we there?
I got green.
No, but I'm on my streaming end. Are you guys there? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Bueller? I might just be saying Bueller and you guys are all watching me, but we'll continue on if you guys hear anything. The Wi-Fi. Oh, comments are coming in. Okay, we're back. Guys. Sorry.
Yeah, we're good.
You said the tent was a bug magnet and also the Bronco grill. How does one clean all this while in the middle of overlanding? Spray and a lot of microfibers.
Yeah, I mean, you probably want to have some glass cleaner with you just because, like, if you're pretty far off the grid and you get really caked with bugs on the windshield, like, it can become a little bit of a safety issue.
Yeah, and they sell.
You can scrape, like, elbow grease.
Yeah.
Like, a little bit of water, and some microfibers.
Somebody said Haley's comment will come back before you get your Bronco. And yeah, for those saying, was the mud just a one-off? No. The mud and the skid plate's a one-off. No.
I mean,
consistent.
I think if you are the type of person that's going to go mudding, then it's going to. And I've had the same problem on like dirt bikes that I ride that have skid plates. Mud collects underneath.
Yeah. And I come back
on top.
I've come back from Hollyoaks before, and like the wheel wells, like on one side had a lot of mud collect, and then like actually in the wheels themselves on one side had a lot, so it started messing with the balance and wobbling a little bit. I thought the Bronco was broken, and I was really stressed about it, and then I just power washed out the wheels, and it was good.
Yeah.
These people can hear us. Sorry, guys.
I think there's a bit of a delay. So
Yeah.
you're not getting a lot.
No, but like on this end, for all of you guys watching, there's like a YouTube Studio thing, and there it gives me the input, and it said no data, so we didn't, but I think we're good now. So thank you all for the updates. Somebody said these look spotless. I promise you, they are not. They are not spotless. The red one especially is filthy. They look nice on camera, but they are covered.
Rest in peace, Rapid Red. But that thing always looks good.
Yeah. It looks like a Christmas card. Bronco Nation Christmas. Yep.
Rapid Red.
Jeep Wrangler has great colors. Yeah, Jeep does have they have a lot of variety. And you can kind of be as crazy as you want.
They have terrible colors, though.
They do.
Like, yes, they have some
terrible
awesome
to us.
colors,
Some of
but
you
every
may love
time
them.
I see one of the like flipping lime green ones, I'm just like that.
I like the
but at least it's offered.
And the really light blue.
Terrible.
Hate me. I don't know why. I'm like
Gender reveal edition.
Yeah, I'm a fan of bold colors.
True.
Like that,
Yeah.
I just think it's different. It's not.
It is.
Boring.
Takes all types.
Fair.
Right.
There's an ass for every seat.
Subjective.
Yep.
Very subjective.
When do you think the order banks for 23 Bronco Raptor will open? Who wants to place a bet?
Are Raptors 22s? Or are they 23?
I thought. Oh, I don't know. I know they're 22s. There's no way
Obviously,
they only do one. If
a
they
lot
only
of
do
them will
one
be built
model
in
year, that'll be
22,
a
but
tragedy.
I don't know if they're
imagine.
officially like 2023 Raptors or if they're 2022.
I don't know.
They might be delayed enough that
Short
they become
answer.
23.
Short answer.
But,
we don't.
yeah, we don't know.
Yeah.
I'll take a stab at it.
Take a stab at it.
I'm gonna say November.
I have.
That is a 100% guess, but
I have no idea.
I'm saying November.
We'll have a team pool.
If you speak it into existence, it's got to come true, right? Are you guys doing any base camps at any of the other Overland Expos or events?
All the other Overland Expos this year will feature a Bronco base camp.
Yep. So
West? Mountain West in
no, we already did West.
August. Mountain West in Loveland,
East.
Colorado will have it, and Overland Expo East in Arrington, Virginia.
And stay tuned for registration because I imagine, especially East, like we've got a lot of people in the community.
East, I believe,
that are
is the
East.
second largest one.
Yeah, and that's
because it's been around longer.
PNW looks big.
It is, but stay tuned and make sure
Good
you
spot
get
for it.
registered as soon as we drop that because the spots can fill up pretty quick.
And like, hats off to the organizers for that thing. Like, it's a really great show, and they pick awesome spots.
Yes.
Like, I didn't know a whole lot about Bend, Oregon, and all that because I'm from back east.
Yep.
And then when we came out and scouted it, I was like, oh, I know why they picked this spot because it's awesome.
Have you been to Oregon before?
Have I been to Oregon? I don't think I have.
I came 3 weeks ago for the first time.
Yeah, I think 3 weeks ago was my first time in Oregon. I'd been to Washington State.
Yeah.
Okay.
For
I've
Army
never
stuff,
been here
but-
before, and it's
Bend is really cool.
awesome.
Again, if you guys are in the area, come check out the expo and base camp this weekend and our trail drives. We'd love to see you all. If you guys have any more questions, make sure to leave them in the comments. Somebody said just left Moab, very few Broncos. It is like 198 million degrees there, so there's a bunch at Off Rodeo.
Yeah, off rodeo, there's a lot, but I think
We're generally in Moab for like events.
Yep.
Where you have more people anyway. So I've always felt like there were a lot of Broncos in Moab, but
It's seasonal.
if you roll through and there weren't any, then
Moab's a very
Yeah.
seasonal town. So
Right, and I think it'll take time before Bronco is as ubiquitous as Jeep. You know? I
yeah.
think
But when we
it
were
just
there
takes
for
time that to
Easter
happen.
Jeep Safari or Moab Safari or whatever it was called this year,
Moab Bronco Safari.
yeah, there were a ton.
There's a lot when there's events centered around.
The Moab Bronco Safari we went to in May that David and I attended was great. A lot of Broncos there.
Yeah, it's
very
mostly-
well done. Hats off to the
Well,
organizers
it was
for that
getting
one
really
too.
close to being pretty evenly split between new ones and old.
Mhm.
I feel
Yep.
like in the campground or when we were on the trail drives, it was pretty evenly split.
Mhm.
But obviously, they're an older Bronco club, so a lot of early Broncos, which are incredibly cool.
David said, I live in Virginia and spend a lot of time in the Blue Ridge. If you're going to love coming here for East. We're excited. This will be our first Expo East.
Yeah, and it looks like a really great venue. I haven't been to an Overland Expo East before, but
Same.
they have it on like an estate, a big, beautiful grassy
Wow.
fields, and it's all there.
Yeah.
So, in
Blue Ridge
October.
is awesome.
It'll be great.
Like I've spent a lot of time there, and it's a
Yeah,
cool area. And if there's other
Heard it here first,
events
guys.
out east,
You
let us
heard it
know.
Blue
It's
Blue Ridge
beautiful.
Bronco from Bronco Nation. It's
Yes.
beautiful.
Yeah.
We approve.
M. Peugeot said, went from Texas to Florida over the 4th, saw a lot of more doors, but didn't see any real Broncos 2 doors.
Any logical route that you would take between Florida and Texas is not the most inspiring of landscapes.
I third that.
I was in Florida.
All the love to y'all that are living out there. Matt's from Alabama, but there's
Do him dirty like that, why don't you, David?
Jordan.
Matt's
Jordan
from that
lives
terrible place of
That
the earth.
terrible
Yeah.
place down south.
I'm not.
No,
saying
War
it's a
Eagle,
terrible
War Eagle,
place.
and all those Auburn fans out
I'm
there.
just
Matt and I are
saying
both
the
Auburn grads.
landscape isn't terribly
I was in
inspiring.
Florida last week, and one day I
You were there
counted-
2 days ago.
Yeah, I guess 2 days ago. I came here from there. I counted 23 Broncos in one day,
Really?
just out driving around.
All
So I
new
think
ones?
it's all new ones.
Yeah.
It
It's a
was,
popular place.
was wild.
to have new Broncos.
and I see a ton in Utah. Like there's a lot in Salt Lake, and most all of them are Sasquatch too.
Yeah.
A lot of them have hard tops. They got lucky. They got great allocation. But there's also some phenomenal dealers in Salt Lake, so I'm not necessarily shocked. Any other questions? You guys have anything you want to add? Any fun tidbits of information? Anything you're excited for?
Excited for Expo. We've got to go stake in some more tents. Here. We're going
Tent
back to the
Brigade.
field to-
Yeah.
to
We
keep
took a quick
working.
happy hour from there to come talk to you all,
Yeah.
which we love doing.
I think one thing that I would add is, like, for those of you that aren't involved in the community stuff, like the meetups and trail drives and all that sort of stuff, like, get involved. It's a lot of fun. You meet a lot of people, and even if you
Yes.
don't have your Bronco yet, like, you see other people's builds that
We'll make
can
it
serve
work.
as inspiration.
We'll find you a seat.
Well, yeah, we'll make it work. There's a seat
Yeah.
for you.
We got
Um,
Broncos.
So yeah, I think that's what I would say is, after coming to these events, see what that's like, and if you've got a Bronco, if you've got one ordered, if you're an enthusiast, you don't want to miss out on that.
And you don't have to be an expert off-roader. You don't even ever have to have gone off-road.
Yeah.
I've never off-roaded.
Matt's never off-roaded before in his life. This
That's our-
this dirt is the most. No,
that's
I'm
our
kidding.
running
Yeah. No, but that's what's really cool is we all learn. I mean, I had a little bit of experience when I joined, but I've learned so much and gained so much knowledge and insight on trails and crawling and all this stuff, and wheeling it's called, and I'm starting to say more, which is scary, but great. It's great. No, but you learn so much learning from people who have been in the community for a long time, who have done the trails, who know, here's why you choose this line as opposed to this line, or here's why you do this and this. So it's one of those things where the community is so supportive and you learn by doing. So, we've had events where people are like, hey, can I come? I've never been off-roading before. Yes. Come out, hang with us. We'll start on some easy stuff. Like one of the trail drives we're doing this weekend, you go off-road, but it's not technical.
Yeah.
Like Bronco Sport can do it, full-size Bronco can do it, non-Sasquatch with no lockers, totally cool. We need to change battery, so I think you can still hear us, but we're just going to do a quick battery swap. 1, 2, 3 eyes on me. But as I was saying, don't leave, we're coming back, we promise. But as I was saying, any skill level is welcome. We'll teach you, other people will teach you, people more knowledgeable, way more knowledgeable than us will teach you. So we'd encourage you to come out, hang out, go on a trail drive, have some dinner with us. It's just a great community, and I think that's one of the reasons we're also passionate about it, is we want to keep this community going and make it bigger and bigger. So when you guys do eventually get your Broncos, the community is vibrant and ready to welcome you with open arms. And we're
Yeah.
back.
And here we are.
Here we are.
I think also, like, seeing how people mod their Broncos, how they build them. Like, this is a very modular vehicle that's made to be customized in a sense.
Yep.
And whether that's a beach cruiser, which I saw a lot of down in Florida, or you come here and it's more overlanding.
Mm-hmm.
And also, like, if you're somebody who's off-roaded a lot in one or two particular places, it's always interesting to go to a different terrain as well. Like, here was the first time I've off-roaded on lava rock, and
Yeah.
it was an interesting puzzle.
Yeah.
Which, like we
Good
said
stuff.
last time, involved me falling down on top of it, a bunch of sharp lava rocks. But like, I've been really surprised this past year as going to more different terrains, everything from the rock and gravel of Colorado to desert in Johnson Valley to the lava rock here. Like everything's a little bit different.
Right.
Somebody asked, are those your personal Broncos behind you or Ford mannequins? Do you all have Broncos? And if so, what spec would you go with? The red one is a Ford mannequin that has been loaned to us. The green one is Bronco Nation Bronco. And we have one more Bronco Nation Bronco in Michigan that we also have some very exciting plans for. I am still waiting on mine, Bronco Raptor. It is not here. Like many of you, day one, hour one, reservation holder.
You can relate.
I can relate. Still don't have it, but that's my build. Before I had the chance to switch to a Raptor, I had a Wild Track on order. Matt is still trying to acquire one, and I know David's been trying to acquire one. What are your guys' ideal builds?
Yeah.
He said hopefully that battery wasn't powered by a Ford Lightning. It wasn't. It wasn't.
we've got a Ford Lightning.
Yeah, Lightning Nation coming soon.
No, if it was, we'd be going all day long. I think for me, definitely a two-door, and a couple of reasons. I drive a Mustang right now. I'm so used to the two-door and not having a lot of space. I don't have a family or kids that I would need a four-door Bronco for. And so I think that's definitely two-door. I love the proportions and how similar that is to first-gen. I've got friends with first-gen Broncos, and I'm like, that's what I want to have. And then trim level, it doesn't really matter to me. I think Sasquatch, however I go, but one that I was looking at was a base with Sasquatch.
I know Robert's watching.
And Robert's watching.
Shout out.
And but yeah, I think that's sort of my ideal, is having Sasquatch, the ability to go off-road, but two-door. I don't really need any more than that. I don't need the fancy 12-inch screen or all of that stuff.
That's a simple man.
I'm a simple man. But I think that's for me. Color-wise, really no. I like Velocity
come on.
Blue, but
Okay, there you go.
Velocity Blue is my favorite, but a Bronco's a Bronco, right? Like, we'll all take what we can get at this point.
Speak for yourself. Not I.
I think I'm an indifferent type of person. So,
David?
Four-door, Badlands.
Four-door.
Four-door.
Oh, I thought you were two-door for some reason.
I got a
Hey, you never know.
I got two boys I got to take around.
Four-door has 4 seats.
Four-door, Badlands, non-Sasquatch.
Why?
Because you can do it yourself. Like,
That's
you're
true.
paying the extra Sasquatch. It's already got a lot of that suspension under it. Four-door, Badlands, non-Sasquatch, Lux package, 2.7.
Why Lux
10
package?
speed, obviously. Why Lux package? Sound system. I don't want to have to put
Sound
it in
system.
I'm sorry. It would be more expensive and a pain. And once those body panels come off, they go back on.
They're meant to go on once and once only. But there is a big sound difference between the two.
Yeah, and like the key first option I tick is putting on the headliner.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Which you've got to is a no cost option in Badlands, but
Yep.
you do actually have to specify.
Mm-hmm. And I have a Bronco Raptor in order, which I got to drive for the first time at the media drive.
What color, Jordan?
It is black to blend in with the gorgeous fender flares. No, it's all black. I forget which wheels I had, but they were the beadlock capable forged, I think.
Yeah,
I think
that's
so.
the one to
Yep.
go for.
Yep. I got the black leather and suede interior, neo leather, whatever it's called. Not the vinyl, but the leather one. Code orange seat belts.
Getting down
Lux
to the seatbelt
package.
colors now.
It's an option. It's an option.
It's there.
Yeah. So I'm very excited when it ever gets here.
Yeah.
But now this one's on 37, so I don't
You're
even need
saying
it.
fall, so
Yeah, I'm not holding my breath, but fall. Got my daughter a Bronco Sport Badlands. What is the fee to drive at Austin Off-Rodeo? It is included with the purchase of your Bronco Sport Badlands. So you can go to that, and they also have a program in Moab now for Bronco Sport Badlands owners as well. So there's no fee. Well, there might be like a $35.
there's a fee for a guest if you
want to,
someone
if you want to go
Yeah.
take a guest. But I think there might be like a deposit or a refundable deposit. There's a couple ancillary fees, but it's like $75 or less, I think.
It's definitely worth it.
Unless you bring a guest. Fantastic experience.
The
The Moab
guest is
one,
more than 75.
Yeah, the guest is more than yes, it is. I just did Moab with a group a few weeks ago, and the Moab experience is phenomenal. So if that's
You did the sport experience
Mhm.
with the group?
Yep.
It's more fun than y'all think.
It
Y'all
is.
make fun
It
of
was
it.
very
Y'all make
fun.
fun of
Sport
it, but
is-
it's a fun little car.
Someone's asking there about a rack for a rooftop tent on a soft top. Do you know of any? That's something I've been asked
That's
about.
something
That's a
4-wheel parts
great
made
question.
a prototype of.
Yeah.
Catherine, if you
way
were out
back
there,
when.
please bring
Everyone
the
asks for it.
exoskeleton. I saw some other company doing a prototype.
Mhm.
I've seen that too. I don't know if that's a production thing yet or not, but
It's
would be cool
going to
to
be
see, 'cause-
an engineering marvel.
Right.
It's possible.
Yeah.
It just needs to be done. Trail racks, if you guys are watching, make something for soft tops, please. This one comes down on the side and mounts under the roof, the hard top. So in theory, it might be possible
Mhm.
because the front of it mounts
But
the
that's a
accessory
modular
mounts.
portion of it.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah,
designed
but
to
like
be weight
you could
bearing
do an
like that.
evolution of it,
Yeah.
possibly, maybe if you
It's been
beefed up the
done.
sides. Yeah,
We've seen
it's
it,
possible.
So
Mhm.
We'll keep looking. But we don't have anything.
Doesn't like Gobi rack do
No.
something? I know they do that for Jeeps. I always see Jeeps around with them with soft tops.
Ben said Gobi is the one I pre-order.
Mm.
So maybe they do have. Okay, they might have one that they're doing pre-orders
Okay,
on. Code orange is the best color for Bronco Raptor. What do you guys think?
I think silver is the sleeper. I like the thing in iconic silver.
Interesting.
I like what do we post on April Fool's Day?
Ice white metallic and
Dirt
mountain dirt. No.
No.
Ice white metallic and mountain
gray, or
gray
something like that.
tinted tri-coat or something. That one was a little too real, unfortunately. I do apologize, guys. That one got a
It
little
is
bit
meant
out
to
from
be
under
an
me.
Ice Mountain April Fool's joke. That
We joked a
There's real art to
little
April
too
Fool's
hard.
jokes. Like,
Yeah.
Ours was a little too close to
for that sort of
reality
thing, like,
for a few of y'all.
you get too
Yeah.
close, people start.
I think black on a Raptor.
Yep.
I mean, because
I just haven't seen it.
It was ice white
flares.
metallic and mountain gray tinted tri-coat.
that's a little
These
too
vibrant
specific to
colors
be a
pay
joke.
homage to the beautiful hues of the Detroit skyline that has been home to the auto industry for decades.
Oh, man.
Coming in 2020, model year 32. What do you guys think? Y'all did not like it. I'm sorry. Apologize. I'm sorry.
Are we doing
Alrighty.
something similar to the Jeep Badge of Honor program? Maybe last question.
Yeah, last question.
It's something that's been talked about quite a bit.
Mhm.
We've played around with trail badges and that sort of thing. One of the big things we're putting together is like, okay, how do we do it in such a way that people actually have to do the trail and check in from a spot on the trail to keep people honest on it. I think the other thing that we've really talked about is how could we make it that something that's more than just a trail achievement list? Like, how can you bring in community sort of stuff? If you go to an event, can that be a part of it, as opposed to just like, hey, I went and did some trails.
Somebody said, sorry, one more thing. I've got to commend the Bronco Off-Radio crew in Nevada. My instructor, Johnny, was fantastic. We
Great
love
guy.
Johnny. Johnny is an absolute legend. So, yes, you had everyone at Off-Road is amazing. Johnny's just great. We love Johnny. Okay. Well, that does it.
Yeah.
Quick reminder before we go, we want to thank all of our members again so much for joining us. You guys are fantastic and what make this community keep on chugging. If you're not a member, make sure to head over to thebronconation.com/join us. Check out the list of member benefits. We have plenty of member benefits right now, and we have a myriad of benefits coming very shortly. I promise you guys that. You're not going to want to miss those. Some potential to have some great builds at a much more reasonable, approachable price. So we want to say thank you for all that. New gear, some very exciting new gear coming. So head over there. If you're not following us, making sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram and
Someone has
TikTok
found us.
and Facebook, all of our social media platforms. We can't thank you guys enough. Let us know in the comments if you have any other questions. We're going to be doing another one of these on Saturday. Yes, this Saturday we're going to be doing another one. Laura Zelensky, who you guys love and we love, will be joining us for that one. So she will be live. She's on her way to Expo right now. So thank you all so much. As always, it's been great talking to you, and we will see you guys in the next one. Have a great day, and we hope to see you at either Expo Pacific Northwest or at Supercell, Wisconsin. Take care, guys.